Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr again, as it is of course Season 2 and we are going to play, oh my god, do you see the little burnt blood letter? And as you might have noticed already, it's of course going against up some corn guys, and I'm pumped, so let's get into the briefing. I hate some words in English, and Ecclesiarchy is one of them. Flagellatoriums and relic depositories are reporting disturbing signs of a large-scale demonic invasion. Servitor picked feet show that a bridgehead has already been built by the arch-enemy at the prognosticated location. Destroy the bridgehead. Destroy several warp gates that spawn chaos. Reinforcements from the Immaterium destroy all warp gates.
This looks bad. Our navigator has gone half mad from the warp anomalies. We've detected several warp rifts in the area. The veil between the real space and the immaterial is fading. We have to stop this madness.
And we will try. I have not shown you one thing. I have a crypt. As you might know, in the beginning of the week, there's always a weekly glory reward where you just get random items, whether it's armor, whether it's weapons or whatever, you know it. And I have equipped a new multi-melter. What you might know that we have had equipped a normal, well, not normal, but a melter gun before. And now we have a new multi-melter, which increased our power rating quite intensively. Although I have to tell you, I have not used a multi-melter before, but as you can see, the damage output against armored targets plural of course is really insane. You are basically 2 or 3 shotting the champions, and there you can see the great advantage of that thing. I'm really happy when I equipped the weapon. To be honest, I was not sure whether it's going to be worth it or not, but in the end it was great. But we will put it to test. I think with the normal melter we might have had problems here with the combination there of enemies. As you have seen, there was a large group of champions, which was quite insane to deal with in the first place. So that one is down. Let me then try to take this guy quickly out as well. So basically 3 shots for a champion, which is really useful, and I am surprised, to be honest. I've been, at least, I don't even, yes, in the last episode I think I started complaining a tinsy little bit about the heavy bolt gun, and to be honest, I right now am beginning to like it. It is not that bad as I thought before. So I would like to take down the Skull Taker as quickly as I can. And the multi-melter might help out. Come on. Okay, the inoculator helped out a tinsy little bit there. Although, what I've already noticed before, our suppression resilience is going, in the last couple of episodes, going down quickly, which I am, to be completely honest, not really used to, so I need to put some thoughts into that. But honestly, the equipment of the multi-melter was insane. Just a couple of shots for the champions, which I have had not before. So that might prove very useful. So a inoculator refill, which is quite good as well, because we already have used 3 of them. I want to say 2, but that would have been a lie. Alright, come on, give to me. And now the dicey part is going to get the nice little warp gate, or the chaos gate to be precise. No, I think here it's called warp gate. I am always a little confused with warp gates because back in the day, 1994, I have played a game called Warhammer Chaos Gate, which was really cool. It was well, how do you compare that game? I think like XCOM. You could say that turn-based, of course, and it's a little bit like chess, and you were up against Chaos Forces, if I remember correctly. And that was really, really great, and the soundtrack was amazing, although I think I never beat it, did I? I can't even remember. So let's see what the... Okay, do you see that? And that's what I'm talking about.
It's sealed, but our job isn't done yet.
There were episodes where I were equipped with a les gun and a auto gun, and with that combination, of course, as you might imagine, was not the greatest, because I had already some trouble with the heavily armored targets, and the Chaos Gate, of course, is normally for me was always a heavily armored target, as well as all the champions and bigger targets like tanks. In the end, something I've noticed with... okay, that wasn't that hard. What I've noticed with the Drukhari forces, and not so much with the Chaos Rebel Guard things, but the Khorne Demons have some kind of nasty combination, I think. Not only sending the Bloodleaders in the beginning, but with... they seem to have quite large groups of champions, where I always had much of a problem, but not anymore. Even I have to say the heavy bolter there is quite good against those guys as well. I think the downside with the heavy bolter is that you walk a little slower. In the end, that might be not as bad if I would go into the skill tree, which increases my movement speed. That might be a good thing to do. And to be honest, I have not checked out the forums until today, until I was brought to the thought to take a look at the 2.0 patch, or the planned patch. Yes, the planned patch, so to say. And there are some cool things coming up, I think. Newco Games is actually thinking about changing up the monster, not abilities, but how much damage they do. And they were thinking about... oh my god, I had it in my mind a second ago. That is quite bad. They are thinking about, yes, increasing the rank. I was not even sure. For me, I always thought the max rank was level 70, until I realized no, it is level 80, and they are thinking about increasing it to 100, but it is very, very difficult to get there. At least they say that for now. As you know, the it's not clear when the patch is coming out. Another thing is what I, from the beginning on, thought was a little weird. If you play hack and slay games, and I always compared this game to Diablo 3, why not? They are very, very similar, and I was straight in the thought. If I compare to Diablo 3, where you had the progress bar down here, and for every enemy killed, it increased, which in the end makes sense for me. And they're going to change that up, and you're going to get that health bar, and the calculation there at the end of the game is not there anymore. I don't know what I shall think about that. In the end, it does not make that much of a difference, but was always a point I have been wondering about why it is done like so. Okay, back to the multi-melter against this target. Awesome. Well, against those guys, not necessary at all. If you have noticed, we have switched the armor. We have now a different kind of armor, and not the jump pack anymore, but the Tarantula Sentry gun. What I have to say, That is why, as much as I enjoy the Cyclone Missile Launcher Strike, absolute amazing ability, and as you might know, against these targets we are facing right now, absolutely insane and great. But what I enjoy about the Tarantula Sentry Guns there is, like the jump pack, you can call them down very, very frequently, which makes your life in a lot of situations very, very, I want to say easier, but yes, easier is actually the word, which I think is good there. In the end, of course, with the sentry gun, it can't follow you, so it is not as diverse as the jump pad is. But the good thing is, with these enemies here, you can just lure them in retreat and force them to get into the fire of the sentry gun. So, warp gate down.
The gate is closing, but reality is still bleeding into the warp.
I know. And what I like, to be honest, about playing at the current power rating, I don't know whether it's all about the power rating or whether it is the new corn enemies, which are quite insane, I think. I think the game feels a little bit more difficult, which I have noticed the last couple of episodes, which is good, because there was a time, I remember in the beginning when I started playing 1.5 years ago, it was very, very hard and I never knew whether I will make the mission or not. And in between, when it got to the better version and then to the full release, it changed a little bit and I did not die very, very often, but that is again a little changed now, and that feels quite good. That it is possible to die, which is always good and makes the game a little tinsy bit of fun. Alright, unchopped, that's not nice, calling that down. So the flamer guy down. I think these guys are quite nasty. And we have a little secret weapon against this guy, although now it seems to take a little longer to take him down. Okay, bloodletter's down. I am never sure on which kind of enemy I should focus at first. In the end, the bloodletters there are not the most nasty enemies, but if they attack you combined with those cultists there, you get knockback and all that nasty jazz, which means a lot of hurt. So I would like to take the deflector shield with me, so I might sell it. It's a blue item, so I don't believe it is that great of a thing. So, and I should really take down the chaos or the warp gate, because it constantly, of course, summons in new kind of enemies, which makes it quite hard to really coolly go on. Down. Reload. Calling the sentry gun, and then it is all good, I think. And there you can see the beauty with the sentry gun. Of course, it is not the most damage dealing ability in the game, but it is very, very useful.
On the verge of a cataclysm, but the day is saved. It's time to open a bottle of Amasec. You deserve it.
That we won't do, but of course we will take a splendid look at the items we have received. Maybe, just maybe, we have a little upgrade, which of course would be quite great, but I think the last missions I played were item-wise not the greatest of episodes, but anyhow, I'll take every item I receive, always a nice little thing. Come on, game, load up, please. Load up. And then we take a little look. Oh, come on. What I've noticed in the last couple of days I had increased loading times, and I'm not sure what's the reason for that. I am pretty damn sure that it's not my PC, but that is always hard to find out. Alright. Okay, 142. I think we have nothing that necessary. Okay, nothing, and that, guys, brings us to the end of this episode. And you know it, I really thank you for watching. If you guys actually have enjoyed this episode, then please, guys, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day, stay frosty, bye.